What is gorilla trekking? Gorilla trekking involves moving up and down in search for gorillas from where they were left a day prior until where they will be found the next morning. While tracking gorillas, we have got a team of advanced trackers who are dedicated rangers who always move early in the morning in search for different gorilla families. While tracking the gorillas, the rangers will always move up to a point where a family was left a day prior. Once they reach there, they start following the evening trails that gorillas walked with to a point where they nested for a night. Once they get to the night nest site, they start following the early morning trails, which will lead them to where the gorillas are feeding from in the morning. However, this is not just a matter of following trails. These people have to be observant on a number of signs. One of the signs that trackers look at while tracking the gorillas includes the vegetation bendings. Gorillas are fond of trampling and pulling the vegetation towards the direction they are heading to. So if we find out that the vegetation is bending downhill, it is a clear indication that the animals went downhill. The other sign that we also look at includes the dung droppings. Gorillas are fond of defecating along their trails as they move, and coming across the dung droppings, it is one of the ways to clearly ascertain that we are following the gorilla trails. Then we also look at signs like the food leftovers. Gorillas are 99% vegetarians, but they are quite selective as they feed, whereby some of the plants they feed on the leaves, the bark, the inner parts, and the fruits. So while feeding, they are fond of leaving part of the food that they feed on. And whenever we come across a point where the animals fed from, we are in a position to tell whether the leftovers are for today morning, yesterday evening, or some other days back. And that will enable us to estimate the distance that the animals could have moved.